Hi, I'm Adam Thompson. Mixed martial arts is the world's fastest growing sport and the UFC is simply its biggest stage. What makes this exciting for Australian fight fans is that one of our own is one of the sport's top performers. His name is George Sotiropoulos and he's given us an all-access pass to his life as a fighter inside and outside of the octagon.
Wow, okay. Nice aroma.
It really is.
Okay, let's give this a whirl. Different. Yeah, it's definitely different.
In the fight game, they say the more you sweat, the less you bleed. And while months of hard work have Jamie ready for the octagon, absolutely nothing can prepare him for the response he's going to get when he gets out there.
Hey, you know you got dark side, Jamie, it comes out now.
If fight fans were excited about the UFC's return to Australia, wait for this. Australian lightweight George Sotiropoulos is in the title mix and has every chance of getting a shot at the belt here on home turf. With his close ties to Australia, Michael Bisping doesn't really need much motivation to put on a show for local fans, but his opponent has given him plenty.
Whatever, let's just get it on.
As the world sports media descends on Sydney for UFC 127, one of our own is ready for the spotlight of being a champion. According to UFC President Dana White, George Sotiropoulos is in the line for a title shot with a win over Dennis Siver.
Joining us for more on this is 1HD UFC reporter Adam Thompson. Now, Adam, is UFC popular simply because it is so brutal?
Oh, look, it's obvious that there is some appeal there for the fringe fans. The diehards like myself, we get into the technical side of it, but Dana White, the president of the UFC, probably explains it best when he says before there was a ball, before there was a post, before there was a white line on a grassy field, there was two guys who got in a stink, and you can guarantee that everyone stood around and watched it. So, look, I think there is an argument that they do get into it for that reason, but a lot of fans stick around and do enjoy the technical side of it.
And mate, it's not that brutal, is it really? Because, I mean, when one of the fighters passes out, they stop the bout, don't they?
Exactly right, Hughesy. But in all seriousness, you know, there is things in place. You know, fighters do have the choice to tap out if they are being submitted, and they're in a place, a stalemate, if you will, that they can't get out of. So there is safety measures in place. In the history of the UFC, there's been no death or serious injury. So, look, you know, the evidence is on the board.
Adam, those things that you're saying are in place is basically when someone stops the blood flow to the other person's brain. How much of a safety measure is that?
And that's why they have the option of tapping out. You know, these guys are trained professionals. And the thing we have to remember with this is, look, it isn't everyone's cup of tea, but these guys, they willingly do this. They take place. It is their sport, and they're in there knowing what the risks are. So, look, these guys know what they're in for when they jump in there, and they do have measures that they can tap out if they are being submitted.
Now, Adam, I have to say, I hate it. And in terms of our kids, isn't it just another form of glorification of violence as entertainment, only this time it's actually real?
Look, it is real, but I think that's where parents have a choice. You know, if you don't want your kid to watch this, you don't let them watch it. You know, the thing to remember with these guys is they are disciplined, they're trained athletes. You know, it's just like sending your kid to karate or taekwondo. You know, the UFC and mixed martial arts is a combination of the Olympic sports: judo, wrestling, boxing, and taekwondo. So, you know, if you're happy for your kids to watch this, and even if you're happy to cheer on a fight in a game of football, you know, it can be hypocritical to criticise these guys for doing it in a sanctioned environment of the octagon.
Well, thanks very much for your time tonight, Adam. Even if we don't agree on it, we won't fight about it.
No worries. Thanks, Adam.